Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we're going to talk about Republicans in Texas again. One of the proposed party platforms for the Republican Party out there is, it's reserving the right to leave the United States. And they want a referendum to determine whether or not they should secede. Okay, so we'll go through how I personally feel about this, and then we'll talk about the real mechanisms of it, and then kind of go from there. Me personally, I'm actually a huge supporter of the right to self-determination. You can get a super majority of a state to say, yeah, we want to leave. You work out a mechanism to compensate those U.S. citizens who do not want to leave. You know, compensate them for their time and their property and everything else, because you can't forcibly expatriate them, get them on their way, so on and so forth. I mean, me personally, I don't have a problem with it. Y'all have fun with that. It doesn't bother me at all. Okay, but that's me. Yeah, I'm not the federal government. They might have a slightly different opinion. They do have a slightly different opinion, and they've told Texas this twice, actually. There was that whole Civil War thing that went on, and then there was the case of Texas versus White in 1869, which flat out says there is no right to leave the Union. Once a state joins, it's there forever. The only two ways out are revolution or consent from the other states, from the U.S. That's how you leave. Now, as far as consent from the rest of the country, I mean, you might be able to get it, especially because if Texas was to leave, I mean, I don't think the Republican Party would ever actually hold power in the U.S. again. It'd make it really hard. So you'd probably have a whole lot of people supporting it for that reason. And then there's probably a whole lot of people who are just tired of the politicians in Texas. So you might have a shot of it that way. If not, I mean, that's pretty much it. The revolution route, the actual idea of winning an armed conflict, that's just a no-go. That's not going to happen. I know in the myth of the Republic of Texas or whatever, the way people look at it is, we got all these military bases here. No, the Department of Defense of the United States has all of those military bases there. It's like a de facto occupation already. Those military bases, while they exist in Texas, they are staffed by people who PCS'd from New Jersey. They're not fighting in your revolution, dude. So that really seems off the table. This is a joke, to be honest. It is the Republican Party posturing, putting out a political talking point that they believe their voters will buy. They believe that their voters aren't smart enough to Google it, to find out whether or not this is even a thing. That's what it is. It's just one more dishonesty aimed at their own base that isn't grounded in reality. And that's coming from somebody who's like, yeah, pack your stuff. I don't care. Go. It's just more posturing. It's more of an attempt to wrap up their super establishment right-wing rhetoric in some kind of revolutionary cloth. And that's not what they are. It's incredibly dishonest. And then I do have one more question. Why is it that the America First movement keeps trying to rip America apart. I mean, that seems counterintuitive. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.